Welcome back to our style sanctuary where we believe that elegance has no expiration date, and confidence is the best accessory you can wear. Today we are tackling a wardrobe staple that is simultaneously loved for its comfort and feared for its bulk. We are talking about the humble sweater. As we look ahead to 2006, stylists are moving away from the messy layers of the past and embracing a cleaner and more structured silhouette that celebrates the figure of women over 50. Have you ever put on a cozy knit only to feel like you have added 10 pounds to your frame? You are not alone. The experts agree that the secret lies not in the sweater itself but in the manipulation of fabric and proportion. In this video we will reveal 5 professional styling techniques that transform frumpy knits into chic statements. We will cover the new way to tuck without bulk, the secret to monochromatic lengthening, and the accessory hacks that elevate your look instantly. Prepare to rediscover your winter wardrobe. Let us begin by uncovering a professional secret that stylists have used for decades to instantly slim and elongate the silhouette, which is particularly flattering for women over 50. The concept is known as the textural column. While you might have heard of monochromatic dressing before, the secret lies not just in matching colors but in clashing textures to create depth without width. Imagine wearing a flat cotton black sweater with black cotton trousers. This can often look dull or uniform-like. However, experts suggest that in 2026, the key is mixing the fuzzy softness of a cashmere or mohair sweater with the sleek shine of a satin skirt or the structured matte finish of tailored wool trousers in the exact same shade. When you keep the color continuous from your neck down to your toes, you create an unbroken vertical line that tricks the eye into seeing a taller and leaner figure. This is crucial for sweater weather because knits naturally add volume to your upper body. By ensuring your bottom half matches the color of the top, you negate that bulk by distributing the visual weight evenly. Think about your own closet for a second. Do you have a navy sweater and a pair of navy trousers or a dark denim jean? Try pairing them together. The magic happens when the light hits the different fabrics differently. The sweater absorbs light, looking soft and cozy, while a leather pant or silk skirt reflects light, adding a dimension of luxury. This technique is especially powerful with neutral tones like cream, camel, charcoal, or burgundy. Do not forget your footwear in this equation. Extending the column of color to your boots or shoes adds those final few inches of visual height. If you are wearing a cream sweater and cream trousers but finish with black boots, you chop off your legs at the ankle. Instead, choose a nude or tan boot to keep that glorious long line intact. This deep dive into texture over just color is what separates a basic outfit from a high-fashion look. Tell us in the comments if you have ever tried wearing one color from head to toe and how it made you feel about your height. One of the most common mistakes women over 50 make when styling sweaters is attempting the traditional full tuck or the messy front tuck into jeans or trousers. We understand the intention behind this, as you want to define your waist and avoid looking boxy. However, with thick knitwear, stuffing a handful of wool into the waistband of your pants creates a distinct bulge right at the midsection, which is often an area many of us prefer to smooth out rather than highlight. It creates uncomfortable pressure on the stomach and ruins the sleek line of your trousers. Stop doing this immediately, because there is a much smarter engineering solution that stylists rely on. The solution is using the elastic band trick or the belt fold method. Here is how you execute this modern solution for 2026. Take a small clear elastic hair tie. Gather the excess fabric of your sweater at the side or the front hem and tie it into a small ponytail. Then flip this little tail underneath the sweater. The tension of the elastic holds the fabric up, creating a cropped effect that hits exactly at your hip bone without adding any bulk inside your waistband. Alternatively, if you have a longer tunic-style sweater, place a thin belt over the sweater at your natural waist. Then gently pull the sweater fabric up and over the belt until the belt is completely hidden. The sweater will drape over, creating a soft blouse effect that highlights your waistline while keeping the fabric loose and forgiving over the belly area. This technique allows you to control exactly where the sweater ends. For women with a shorter torso, this is a game changer because you can visually lengthen your legs by raising the hem of the sweater. It also allows air to circulate, making it more comfortable than a tight tuck. Does this remind you of a specific outfit where you felt stuffed and uncomfortable? By switching to the elastic band or hidden belt method, you reclaim your comfort and your silhouette. You get the waist definition of a tuck with none of the bulk. It creates a polished, intentional look that says you understand your clothing, rather than fighting against it. Let us visualize a specific scenario that often causes wardrobe panic. You are invited to a nice dinner or a brunch, perhaps for a birthday or an anniversary. You want to wear your favorite midi dress, or a beautiful satin slip skirt, because it makes you feel feminine and elegant, but the weather is chilly. The old instinct might be to throw a heavy cardigan on top, but suddenly you look shapeless and frumpy, hiding the beautiful details of the dress. How do you style a sweater for this event while maintaining elegance? The scenario calls for the cropped balance strategy. For a seated dinner, the focus is entirely on your top half, so this styling moment is critical. Instead of a long cardigan that drags the eye down, choose a structured cropped sweater that ends exactly at the smallest part of your waist. If you do not own a cropped sweater, you can use the band trick we just discussed to shorten a standard knit. The goal here is to respect the rule of thirds. Your top should take up 1/3 of your visual height, while the skirt or dress takes up 2/3. This ratio is universally flattering. Imagine a charcoal gray cashmere sweater layered over a champagne-colored silk midi dress. The textures contrast beautifully, appropriate for a nice venue. Now here is the crucial detail for the scenario: push up the sleeves. Exposing your wrists and forearms is a stylist trick that instantly makes a heavy sweater look lighter and more feminine. It draws attention to your jewelry, perhaps a nice watch or a bracelet which catches the candlelight at the restaurant. If the sweater has a V-neck, layer a delicate lace camisole underneath, just peeking through, to connect the coziness of the wool with the delicacy of the occasion. Avoid heavy, chunky cable knits for this scenario, as they can look too casual for a dining environment. Instead, opt for fine gauge knits like merino or cashmere blends. This approach allows you to stay warm during the commute and the meal without sacrificing the silhouette of your dress. You look put together, intentional, and sophisticated. Tell us, have you ever ruined a dress look by wearing the wrong coat or sweater because you were cold? This strategy ensures you never have to choose between warmth and style again. We want you to pause the video for a moment, listen carefully, while you walk to your closet right now. We are going to conduct a mini audit of your sweater collection, focusing specifically on shoulders and necklines, because this is where a sweater either succeeds or fails for women over 50. Many sweaters are designed with what is called a dropped shoulder, where the seam sits halfway down the upper arm. While this can look trendy on a 20-year-old, on mature women, it often creates a sloping effect that drags the visual line downward, making us look tired or slumped. Look at your sweaters. Do the seams sit crisply on the edge of your shoulder bone, or do they slide down? In 2026, experts recommend returning to the set-in sleeve or the raglan sleeve. A set-in sleeve has a seam that sits right on the shoulder point, providing structure and defining your posture. A raglan sleeve has a diagonal seam from the underarm to the neck, which is fantastic for softening broad shoulders without looking messy. Now look at the necklines in your pile. Do you see a lot of tight crew necks that sit high against the throat? For many women, particularly those with a larger bust or a shorter neck, high crew necks can create a shelf effect that makes the bust look lower and the neck disappear. We suggest auditing these out or wearing them only with long necklaces to create a V shape. Instead, prioritize boat necks, V necks, or open scoop necks. These styles expose a bit of the collarbone, which is a universally elegant feature and allows for breathing room around the face. If you have a turtleneck that feels suffocating, do not throw it away just yet, but consider folding the neck inward instead of outward for a cleaner mock neck look. This audit is about removing the items that fight against your anatomy. When a sweater fits your shoulders correctly, you instantly look 10 pounds lighter and stand taller. Take a look at your favorite sweater. Does the shoulder seam help you or hurt you? Recognizing this architectural detail is the difference between dressing to cover up and dressing to enhance. For our final styling revelation, we are going to completely reimagine the cardigan. For years, the cardigan was seen merely as a practical outer layer, something you throw on when the office air conditioning is too cold or when stepping out to get the mail. In 2026, however, the most stylish way to wear a cardigan is not as a jacket but as a standalone blouse. This transforms a basic item into a chic, sophisticated top. Here is your step-by-step guide to achieving this look perfectly. Step 1 is selection. Choose a cardigan that is not too oversized. You want a standard fit or a slightly slim fit. The buttons should not be pulling or gaping across the bust. Step 2 is the buttoning technique. Do not button it all the way to the top. Leave the top 2 buttons undone to create a flattering V neckline that elongates your neck. Also, leave the bottom 2 buttons undone. This creates an inverted V shape at your hips, which prevents the fabric from bunching up when you sit down and allows your trousers to sit smoothly underneath. Step 3 is the tuck. Take the front hem where you left the buttons undone and do a tiny half tuck just the very edge of the fabric into your waistband. This defines the waist while the back hangs loose, covering the rear for comfort. Step 4 is the sleeve adjustment. Never leave the sleeves hanging straight down, as this looks lifeless. Push them up to the elbow or roll them neatly twice. This adds intention and energy to the look. Step 5 is the jewelry integration. Because cardigans have buttons down the center, adding a necklace can sometimes look cluttered. Instead, focus on statement earrings or a bold ring. This draws the eye up to your face. By wearing the cardigan as a shirt against the skin, or over a very smooth invisible camisole, you reduce bulk significantly compared to layering it over a collared shirt. This works exceptionally well with wide-leg trousers or bootcut jeans, balancing the slimmer top with a fuller bottom. It is a French-inspired look that screams effortless style. Have you ever tried buttons directly against the skin, or do you always wear a layer underneath? Try this method tomorrow and notice how much more modern and youthful your old cardigan looks. It is about seeing the potential in what you already own and wearing it with a fresh perspective. Thank you for joining us on this stylish journey through the world of knitwear. We hope these 5 strategies, from the textural column to the cardigan transformation, inspire you to look at your winter wardrobe with fresh excitement. Remember that fashion after 50 is not about hiding your body. It is about celebrating it with smart choices and confident styling. Sweaters should be your best friend, offering both warmth and elegance, not a source of frustration. We encourage you to try at least one of these tips this week. Go into your closet, find that sweater you have not worn in ages, and give it a new life with a belt trick or a sleeve roll. If you found value in these expert tips, please share this video with a friend who might also be looking for some style inspiration. Do not forget to subscribe for more fashion advice tailored specifically for you. Stay warm, stay stylish, and we will see you in the next video.